Solomon Ashams is one of millions of Nigerians who were born free. The Hausa-speaking son of a headmaster is a writer based in South Africa. He was born in a village in northern Nigeria some 13 years after his country gained independence.
It kind of like gave us an identity, a separate identity. You know, we used to maybe have like two identities that we're trying to put together. You know, we are being colonized by the British and the leadership is the British. But now you know you are Nigerian, you know you have different culture. So there was a bit of cultural conflict then. But now you're able to say, look, I'm confident this is my nation.
This was not always so. The roots of Nigerian history go back to around 800 BC. This was the time when the people of the Nok culture settled the Jos Plateau in the heart of the country. In 1472, Portuguese navigators touched the Nigerian coast. In the 16th, 17th and 18th centuries, the slave trade saw millions of Nigerians sent in chains to the Americas. In 1850, the British established themselves around Lagos. In 1885, the Berlin Conference, held by the European powers to carve up Africa, ceded Nigeria to Britain. By 1903, Britain consolidated its rule over the entire country. By 1914, more than 200 ethnic groups were forged into one nation. More than 46 years later, on October 1st, 1960, Nigeria became an independent African state.
For me, as a little child growing up, my dad always explained to us how it happened when the British were there and transferring power to local Nigerians for the first time. He said, he talked a lot about the streets, how the street was just swarmed by people. There was a lot of dance. There was a lot of fireworks in the evening.
So I remember October the 1st as an opportunity to eat whatever you liked as a child. I remember that fondly. So Viva la Independence, it meant a lot to my stomach. It still does.
50 years on, in the streets of Lagos, opinion is divided.
Nigeria is free. Nigeria accommodates everybody in Nigeria, so I'm very happy to be in Nigeria.
I'm so much sad that as we are growing in age, we are going back in development, but that's not how it's supposed to be.
So what exactly are we celebrating? Is it power failure or education? There's a lot of poverty in the land. They know it.
This independence, we hope that is going to bring a fortune to Nigeria.
I'm very happy for us to clock 50 years. It's not easy. We are happy. We thank God that everything in our country.
We are growing every day, and a lot of things we are seeing in this country, but at least we are thanking God for everything.
For now, we have not achieved anything, so we have to put in more so we can achieve more.
It's a great joy.
I don't think we have achieved anything. Definitely as a country, we have achieved nothing.
One of the fruits of independence was the growth of Nigeria's oil industry. It has 36 billion barrels of oil proven and 190 trillion cubic feet of gas, a treasure trove of energy. But in 2009, Nigeria lost nearly 900,000 barrels a day in capacity through its Niger Delta troubles. It meant Angola overtook Nigeria as Africa's biggest producer of oil.
Well, the Niger Delta is a classic case of what has been effectively over time. We're looking at 50 years of development here and history of mismanagement in the oil industry by the central state, initially in Lagos, now in Abuja. And while they've made recent attempts at reform and to improve it, they haven't yet come up with the right formulas.
Many economists agree Nigeria has struggled economically in the independence years. They say it's too heavily reliant on oil, that the economy battles against poor infrastructure, corruption and macroeconomic mismanagement.
Nigeria's economy hasn't been well run. It's been very inefficient. It's a market-driven economy. There's been political failure and interference in the effectiveness of the market in Nigeria. And so Nigeria hasn't done as well as it could have done.
One thing Nigeria does not lack is the entrepreneurial spirit. Now ask anybody in Africa about Nigerian business people and they'll tell you that they're enterprising and hard-working. Now in the decades of independence for Nigeria, many of its business people have moved out of the country to do business to countries like here in South Africa.
I'll be in there.
One of them is Moki Makura, who runs a publishing company in Johannesburg. This is one of her recent book launches.
Writer's note, please just acknowledge and say who you, well, don't say who you are, just wave. And everybody look at them and adulate them and say, well done, well done. The first right.
Born and bred in Nigeria, educated in Britain, in many ways Mokimakura epitomizes the savvy Nigerian businessperson on the move in Africa.
Nothing is given to a Nigerian. You don't get anything. There's no state handouts, there's no social infrastructure. Whatever you make it out of something you've done yourself. So we get about, basically. And I think that Nigerians doing business in Nigeria, it's quite tough. It's quite a hard environment, and it's a very competitive environment. So the reason why I'm here is that it's slightly easier in South Africa to do the things I'm doing than it is in Nigeria. And also there aren't as many Nigerians in South Africa as there are in Nigeria to compete against.
What do the nimble entrepreneurs of Nigeria expect from the next half century?
I'm proud that we're still out there, we're still doing it, but I think, I don't think it's 50 years of independence. We've had 50 years since the colonialists left, but we haven't had 50 years of independence in terms of we haven't for 50 years been achieving and moving forward. We've had lots of setbacks. There have been so many coups in Nigeria. There's been a lot of bad dictators who weren't really acting in the interests of the country. And I think finally, in the last couple of years, I can actually see that we're making slow progress towards where I know we can be.
I hope we're going to get a new generation of Nigerian leaders that can actually change a lot of things. We're going to get a new generation of leaders who are going to think differently, who are going to think more about people, more about the economy. How is the economy going to benefit everybody? How is the man on the street going to go to the marketplace and buy certain goods, certain commodities for a very good rate?
You will find that Nigeria's prospects, GDP growth prospects, are very strong. You're looking at this last year average around 7.5%. I can expect that if you put power in, put transportation in, put roads in, you will now get growth rates at about 9%, just under 10%.
So, after half a century of independence for Nigeria, these words ring as true as ever. The words of Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of neighbouring Ghana. Seek ye first the political kingdom, all else would be added unto it. Most Nigerians appear to hope all else is a thriving economy. Chris Bishop for CNBC Africa, Johannesburg.